said I was going to do these every week, and it's been 2 weeks now that I haven't done one. And even at this now, I'm kind of just like, fuck, what do I want to say? But I think it's important to get back on the trend ASAP. Don't have my cup of tea, but have some water. Just get real. So, yeah, these past couple of weeks have been enjoyable for sure. Starting to settle in properly. Guys are after moving over. David and Warren moved over last week, so it's cool to have those over to here. 10x move, that's what I want to talk about mostly, because sometimes when you hear things and you're not on the frequency, you don't have that belief, don't have that trust in yourself, you can kind of struggle to see it or foresee it, or those times you hear something like, haha, yeah, whatever. That happens a lot in business, and this time was different because, like I said, at the 8 Players Mastermind, I met a really cool dude, Christian, and he was always saying about 10x moves. It's like when you go into a new opportunity, how can you 10x that opportunity for you to 10x your business? And the universe and God and the world have a very weird way of doing things and showing things, and we have found that 10x move without ever having to force it. And it comes back to this analogy that's in the Bible. It's in like the esoteric way, the Bible and everything else. Esoteric means kind of like the interpretation of it, and it's like, in essence, and I'm not going to say it verbatim because there's so many different ways of actually saying it, and it's said in so many other different ways, and in business and in life, it's like when you stop chasing something, something will come back to you in abundance. It's like when you chase it, you put out there energy that you need it, that you crave it, and when you stop doing that, the one thing that you always chased that never came to you starts to come to you in abundance. And that is one thing we've seen with our business in the past 4 weeks, has been that when we stopped chasing the money, which is so fucking hard in this game because we're young, all we care about is money, all we care about is making a life for ourselves, being able to do this sort of shit, being able to live out here and live within and exceed our means. And it's one thing that we've built on so much, is that. And the second we stop chasing money and accepted that we need to actually work on ourselves internally, externally, becoming the best version of ourselves, understanding the game a lot more, that's when everything started coming to us. And it's a really weird situation, and Liam has been saying the same thing to me, is we're making close to, if not, well, we are making the most amount of money that we have as a business in the year and a half that we've been working, and we're doing the least amount of work that we've ever done. And as somebody who, I don't want to like say it because that's giving it energy, but it's as somebody who likes to work hard or has anxiety when I'm not by my laptop, even if it means I'm not doing work, if that makes sense. I know that probably sounds dumb. I feel weird at the moment because I have more time to read books, I have more times to watch educational videos, I have more time to sharpen my tools, because instead of being full stack, we have noticed now that there's a severe issue in the market at the moment for high quality media buyers, and we see ourselves, and we are the best in the business of what we do. We know that we're exceptional at what we do. We know we can get great results, and in the market there seems to be only one other person that we know about that constantly gets plugged to people. And we decided, fuck it, let's just do that model, go away from full stack, focus on one thing and be exceptional at that. And it's weird because we've gone from having to deal with everything on the advertising side to only dealing with one thing. And it's probably taken like 5 or 6 hours a day off of our plate, but also due to the fact that we've automated a lot of processes over the past like 2 to 3 months. Kind of makes my life easier in terms of like the service delivery, fulfillment, strategy, etc. And it just gives me time to be more creative. And it's something that I always kind of thought I had, but I never accepted it, was that I'm actually a creative person. Like I can see the vision of what I want and what I can foresee as being good in terms of the images, the videos, the scripts, the copies, the angles, everything. I can see that in my brain. I just need to put it onto paper, and I always try to deny that. because I didn't think it was something that was good, which is a lesson for everyone. It's like, stop trying to be the person that you're not trying to be, because it's like you only have that one life. And I think it was Stephen A. Smith and Neil deGrasse Tyson, I think it was like, how sad is it that people live other people's lives, or they're afraid to live their own life because of fear of judgment and scrutiny from people? And if you have a fear of judgment, you are inadvertently going to be a judgy person, and you're never going to do that thing that you really want to do. Like me making these YouTube videos. Up until about 6, 7, 8 weeks ago, I was terrified of what people thought. I don't know why. It was just one of those things. I'm not going to say it's a thing from being from Kilkenny, because it's not. That's a synchronicity bias. That's like, just like, oh, it's only my area, but it's everywhere. And I know a lot of people are afraid to do it, and I don't. Now I see that it's a dumb thing, because why am I afraid to live my own life? Why do I care what other people think, etc. So like, back to looping around this 10x loop. This sort of stuff has 10x'd me as a person. It's 10x'd us as a business. It's brought more credibility. And even today, I woke up yesterday morning, before going to get a haircut, and a guy had offered us a job, a partnership with him as a business. Jumped on today. That offer is all but signed and sealed. Everything is ready to go. I'm building out a strategy as we speak. I wanted to take 10 minutes off to speak about this. But it's like, when you actually stop chasing the money, when you stop chasing X, Y just inevitably comes, if that makes sense. So it's like, let's say, just put money into it. When you stop chasing money, and you're money hungry, and you stop chasing that, money will actually come to you in abundance, and it's incredible. And I suggest that you all watch a Nero Knowledge video. I don't know who's going to watch this, don't really care who's going to watch this, but you should watch a video. It doesn't matter where you are, if you're in business, if you're fucking at home, if you're on your summer holidays, or going back to school, or going back to college, or coming back from your J1, you are just like, oh, he's an idiot. Genuinely watch one of those videos. It will change your life, I swear to God, because it's changed mine. And just focus on being you. But I usually kind of say like what's been going on the past couple of weeks. I'll give you a brief oversight. We had Josh's car for a few days. That was sick. Gave us a bit more of a life. Podge came over and we were chatting with him. Met up with him for a coffee and a walk. That was super cool. Always good to see people from home. Just kind of been scaling the business really in the back. Didn't really want to post any videos or post any content, because what we're doing now is a small bit different to what my plan was 3 or 4 weeks ago. So that's why I haven't been posting as much on Instagram, on YouTube. It's one of those things that I want to do, but I want to position it correctly. I don't want to just be shit posting, because I see a lot of people shit posting and it's actually bad for your image. So I'm going to make sure that we have those kind of signed, sealed, delivered. Just been kind of working on perfecting our craft, working on mindset, working on frequency, etc. Coming home in a few weeks, then going to Como on the 12th for the AST event, back home for the NFL then on the 28th of September, and possibly doing a South America leg then October. Plan by the end of the year then is to incorporate in Dubai, just for tax reasons, whatever that word actually is. I don't know what tax is. It's just a fugazi, but that's kind of the plans going forward. This week, kind of what's the goal? Met a cool few people at the run club this morning, so gonna do a Muay Thai session with them. Met Gary Neville today. Josh Ajayi had an all-time fumble. Bro was a Gary Neville fanboy, and literally asked the worst question you could ask that man, which was Scholes or Gerrard. Well, the obvious answer is Gerrard, but Gary just put his hands up, walked off, and was like, can't answer that. So yeah, Josh had a generational fumble, but just goes to show, here's fucking cool. Like, you never know the people you're gonna bump into. Went to like this place, GT Race Marbella, on Friday. Super fucking cool place. Guys are super welcoming. Really good food. Really good atmosphere. Cars are insane. And all that sort of stuff. But I think the biggest thing that I'm actually working on at the moment, and I'm not afraid to admit it, is money. And it's not just actually accumulating cash. It's my mindset and my stigmatisms towards money. I've been independent for the past, like, what am I, 22 now? I've been independent for the past like 7 years from my parents. Like, I've been working since I was 14. Never really asked for money. Didn't like asking for money. I'm used to living away from home and being broke, but this is weird. This is different now, because there's actually money starting to come in, and it's difficult for me to like warrant spending money on X or warrant spending money on Y. I'd rather invest it, or I'd rather put it to use somewhere else. And it's something I need to work on, because I think experiences, we all live once, experiences last a lifetime as well. And it's just trying to live that experience and see, because Lima's saying like I'm very closed off to experiences. Like we went to La Plaza, which is like a really high end place in Marbella, and one of our friends paid whatever it was for a VIP table. Kind of, we're sitting there. It was cool, but I was kind of closed off the experience, which I wouldn't say bothered me, but the guys could see that it was like, oh, he's just worried about cash, etc. And so that's something that I'm working on a lot, and I know that a lot of people do work on that stuff as well. But that's probably the biggest thing that I'm working on this week: operating on a higher frequency, and just being the best version of myself. Trying to think, is there anything else really that needs to be talked about? No, business is in good state. Personally, I'm in a great place as well. Probably most fulfilled I've ever felt as well. Probably on the best wavelength I've been on. The guys are over here amazing. Kind of really found our crew over here. Everyone lives here. Even yesterday, going to the barbecue, David and Warren's, that was super wholesome. Guys are fantastic. Vanda was great at cooking. Me and Moose were on the grill. Just a really wholesome day, and that's the sort of stuff that I live for, as well as like those really wholesome nights. Cup a few cigars with the guys in as well. So that's kind of my last like 2 weeks summed up. But yeah, I wanted to jump on and just document it again. Just fucked up on not posting, fucked up on the money aspect of everything, but we live to fight another day. We're healthy, we're happy, and that is the goal, I suppose, for everybody. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that one. Pretty off the cuff as always, but do prefer those. And yeah, that's it. I'll chat to you in the next video.